Hey guys, Felix here. Welcome back to InventBox, where the solution is right around the corner. In this tutorial, let's talk about servo motors. Servos are these guys that you see spinning here. They're motors where we have extra control over what they're doing. Some servos, you can tell them exactly what position of rotation you want them to be in, like these guys. Some servos are continuous rotation, and you can tell them to move forward, backward, or what speed. Some servos have 180 degrees of rotation, some have 360. So there are various different types of servos, but they all are controlled through pulse width modulation, which we've looked at before. So if you recall from previous videos of pulse width modulation, there's a fixed width between pulses, and then the percentage that the signal is high in that width is the duty cycle, and that determines the intensity of the PWM signal. Well, servos are controlled using a specific type of PWM. We have approximately 20 milliseconds between pulses, and then the pulse width varies from 5% to 10% duty cycle, or 1 millisecond to 2 milliseconds. A minimal pulse will tell the servo, rotate to your 0 degrees position. 90 degrees will put it right in the middle, and that's a 1.5 millisecond pulse. And if you do a 2 millisecond pulse, that's the maximum. It'll take it all the way to 180 degrees. Or if you have a 360 degree servo, this might take it to 360 degrees. Continuous rotation servo, this might be full speed one direction, this might be stopped, and this might be full speed another direction. And you can vary this pulse width. It doesn't have to be just exactly 1.0, 1.5, or 2.0. It can be anywhere in between, so it gives you very precise control over what the motor is doing. Unfortunately, in Arduino, we cannot use the standard PWM analog write in order to control servos. And the reason is that the Arduino's PWM is actually way too fast. It's way faster than just 20 milliseconds per pulse. So we actually need to use a different library for Arduino, and it is actually very, very easy. The library is called servo.h. Surprise, surprise, I know. And if we want to create and hook up a servo, we'll use the servo data type and then name it something like my servo. Whoops, I can't spell. My servo. Okay. Then to set it up, we just say myservo.attach, and we tell it what pin the servo is on. Now your typical Arduino Uno has pins 10 and 9 as servo capable pins. And you can look up which pin specifically your board can do. So we're going to hook ours up to pin 10. And then in order to tell it what to do, all you'd say is my servo.write, and you give it a number from 0 to 180. And that's regardless of which type of servo you have. They'll all respond to a range of 0 to 180 using the Arduino servo library. I have some pre-prepared code here just to save some time. I'm going to move the servo to 90 degrees, then 0, 90, 135, and 180 degrees with 1 second delays between them. And then I also have the serial printing out the position of the motor just to keep it easier to keep track of. So we need a serial dot begin, of course. Okay, that should be it. Now let's hop over and take a look at the wire configuration. So here I've got a little micro servo. You can see that it has 3 wires coming out of it. And that's how most servos are. The colors can vary, but typically your red is 5 volts, brown or black is ground, and then the other third wire is the signal that the PWM is going to go through. So all we need to do is hook up to 5 volts, ground, and then I have the signal going into pin 10. Let's go ahead and upload this, and I'll open up the serial monitor. Okay, and the servo is moving. We see 90, 135, 180, 90, 0. Okay, so it's going exactly in the positions that we've specified. Very cool. All right. Again, as I said, there are different types of servos. This is a 180-degree servo where you can control the position. You can get other types, but they'll all respond to this 0 to 180-degree range from within the Arduino servo library. Servos are just extremely versatile, and for example, you might use a servo to control the steering on a remote controlled car, or the rudder on a boat, or wing flaps on an airplane, or an animatronic moving its fingers or something like that. Because they're so precision controlled, you can use them for all kinds of applications. When you're picking out your servo, you want to pay attention to the amount of torque that it has. That's how strong the servo is, and it will usually say somewhere on the servo that you're buying. Let's look here. This servo says, okay, stall torque is 1.3 kilograms per centimeter, or they also give you 18 ounces per inch. That's the amount of strength that your servo has. And then the other thing you want to look at is, does it have metal gears or plastic gears? It all depends on what application you're using. If you have other questions about servos and what to use them for, how to use them in your projects, feel free to leave a comment. See you next time.